Hey everyone, it's Joy here for Tailored Expressions. Today I made 2 Father's Day cards using the new Father's Day Favorites stamp and coordinating die. So here is that stamp set. So you've got 4 great, good-sized sentiments, and then there is the coordinating die. Then there's the Argyle stamp and stencil combo. This was previously released. And the Hoppy Days Cling and Clear combo, along with the Hoppy Days die. Super, super cute images. Then I will be using Sugar Cube Sea Salt and Oreo cardstocks, the Frame and Frame cutting plate. I will be using some Action Wobblers, foam sticky strips, Oreo ink. Then I'll be using pumpkin, blue corn, mocha, lime zest, pineapple, poblano pepper, sea salt, and Dijon inks. I've got a couple Copic markers that I'll be using, and then some blender brushes to do the stenciling with. So here is the Argyle stamp set. I have that in my MISTI. I removed the foam insert from the MISTI because this is a thicker red rubber stamp. I'm starting with a piece of sea salt cardstock, and I'm going to ink up the background with black ink. I'm also going to do this with a piece of sugar cube cardstock because we're making 2 cards. One of them will be a sea salt background and the other one will be a sugar cube background. I'm just making a little mark on either side of this piece of cardstock so I can bring in the next piece without having to clean my stamp first, because I would need to lay my cardstock on top. I'm using Oreo ink to ink this up. And isn't that so cute already? I love this Argyle stamp and stencil combo. So I'm starting with the piece of sea salt cardstock first, and I am using the pumpkin, blue corn, and mocha as my first color combination. So again, the background is sea salt, we have the Oreo ink lines, and then the pumpkin, blue corn, and mocha. So this was the first stencil, and that is with obviously the pumpkin ink. I have the second stencil in place, and I'm coming in with blue corn. Now, this is really easy to line up because there's little X marks on this, like little registration X marks that line up with those black stamped lines that we did earlier. So this makes it really easy to line up each one of these stencils. So there's 3 stencils in total. This is the mocha ink, and I'm going to clean these before I go on to the next set of colors. Okay, so for this set, I am using lime zest, pineapple, and poblano pepper. So here's the pineapple ink. Again, just doing it exactly the same way. This is on the sugar cube cardstock background. The next color is lime zest. I love both of these color combinations because I think they both are definitely guy, but I like this brighter one because I just tend to like brighter colors, but both of them are super, super pretty and super manly. Okay, the last color here is poblano pepper. And then when I'm done with this, I will just clean up my stencils and put those aside. I'm going to finish blending that and peel it back, and we've got a great background. Okay, this is the Frame and Frame cutting plate. This is the largest frame. I am die cutting from sea salt cardstock. Then I am taking the dies from the Hoppy Days die set, 2 of those, and I'm going to die cut those out first. So I'm going to show you 2 different ways that you can stamp with red rubber stamps. So I'm putting the negative space in my MISTI. I'm going to line up the beer mugs stamps inside of that, inking it up with Oreo ink, and then now I know I can put my images back in and it'll line up good. Actually, my bottom one didn't line up great, so I restamped it off camera, but really for the most part this works very, very easy. Now the dies are actually open dies so you can see everything, so you don't actually have to do it that way. So this way, with the sentiments from the Father's Day Favorites stamp set, I'm actually going to ink up first. One of the sentiments will be with sea salt ink and the other one with poblano ink. And I'm going to ink these up first and then use the coordinating dies. So you could actually do it both ways. Either way works just fine. I'm going to tape down the dies with some low tack tape and then run this through my die cut machine, just like I did with the Hoppy Days die set. I ran that through first and then did the stamping after. Now let's take the clear stamps from the Hoppy Days Cling and Clear combo and add the color to these beer mugs. And this is where I'm using the Dijon ink. And I'm just have those in place and inking those up, and super simple to color these images. If you didn't want to do it that way, you obviously could just take any color medium of your choice to color it in, but I just think this is fabulous. It gives you a little bit of the bubbles inside of the beer mug, which I think is perfect. Now I do want to add a little bit of detail, so I'm coming in with BG10 of my Copic marker, adding a little bit of that to the glass area of the mug, and then I'm going to come in with C1 and add a little bit of that to the foam on top, just so it looks a little colored. It's not so flat white. It doesn't look uncolored. Now it just has some highlights. So I'm just going to finish coloring those, and then those images are completely done, and they're so darn cute. All right, so that one background I trimmed down. I'm adhering this to a white A2 size card base. I trimmed a piece of Oreo cardstock and laid that on top of my Argyle background, just kind of separating the Argyle from the white. I'm going to add some foam sticky strips behind this double mug image and just pop that up. And then the #1 dad, I'm going to pop that up with the foam sticky strips as well. So this has a ton of dimension on this card. Super, super cute. I'm going to do one more sentiment, and that is from the Hoppy Days Cling and Clear combo. So I'm going to stamp right here. First, I'm going to stamp the little fizz coming off of the beer with sea salt ink, and then I'm going to stamp the sentiment that says Happy Father's Day. Both of those are from the Hoppy Days Cling and Clear combo. I'll just trim that out with my paper trimmer, and then I can adhere this with some foam sticky strips right underneath. And then this card is done. And these are super quick, easy cards, but really definitely fantastic cards for Father's Day. All right, let's get on to the next one. This is an A2 size card as well. I will add a little bit of tape runner behind that frame. I did trim down that back panel so it'll fit behind the frame. I didn't want anything hanging off of the sides. And then I will adhere that to the white A2 size card front. And then I'm going to pop this sentiment that says Happy Father's Day with some foam sticky strips, and I will use an action wobbler behind that little beer mug because I just thought that would be fun to make this kind of an interactive card. So I'm going to peel back the release tape, stick it to the image, and then peel back the other side of release tape and stick it to the card. And then these cards are completely finished and so, so cute. I love that action wobbler. It's so fun. And then that great big sentiment is just really fabulous. And then for the next card, you have a smaller sentiment, but you can see it just fits perfect on this card. And that Argyle stamp and stencil combo is just awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. You can find all of these products at the Tayored Expressions web store at tayoredexpressions.com.